Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check testing. 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 Sound is coming good, so we can begin. Thanks for waiting patiently. Thanks everyone. Namaste. How are you all doing? Thanks for joining. We had a little issue with the sound. Now sound is coming. And in a few moments, I'm going to start the conference line also. And I just have to walk over there to get the conference line started. And once the conference line is started, you can call the conference line and speak to Moksha Mukti directly, you see, and that is available for you. And feel free to share this live feed to any spiritual groups, any awakening, any light workers, any namaste, any awakening, any enlightenment, any groups that you are a member of, spiritual groups, so-called spiritual groups. And by sharing, you have an opportunity to win personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. And let's go and read some comments here. I know Vivian is here, says, Namaste, a great way to start my day. Yes, Vivian, Namaste, thanks for joining. How are you today? Glad you're here. And Sherry Louise Lowe, hey Sherry, how are you doing today? I wish you could call on the phone and we can chat again on the phone, but I know you live in the UK and this is US number, so Sherry, I cannot get sound right. I know that the issue is fixed now. I know you can hear me now. Says, Namaste my lovely, Namaste. How are you feeling today? I wish you could call that line and see if you can. I'm gonna go and call that line. See. Trying to get that number. So I have to walk over there to get that number. Just hang on 30 seconds.
Welcome. This service is provided by freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. You entered 73668.
Oh. I think I just hung up.
It's freeconferencecall.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. You entered 73668. 36686. If this is correct, press 1. There is one other participant in the conference. Please announce yourself.
Hi, who's online?
It's Raymond. How are you?
Hi, Raymond. I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Could you speak a little louder, Raymond?
Yes. How's it?
Yeah, that's I suppose that's okay. So how are you doing today?
Doing good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm well, thank you. So what is your question?
Well, I'm just calling to get your live started today and wish you, send you good wishes for your live session.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So if you don't have any question, let me just go and begin these sessions by reading questions, comments, concerns. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask. So let's see if I can go back to the session here.
Just 3 seconds. Busy for a while.
There are many comments here. See if I can. Oh, that was yesterday's. I'm trying to read today's. Okay, we're on call, and as you heard, Raymond was on call. He was simply wishing Moksha Mukti success on this live broadcasting. And our good friends in astrology probably tell you that right now the planet Mercury is in retrograde. That's why all the communication is going havoc. So that's the Mercury planet sending us intangible stimuli, for us to go havoc and the communication, go back and recheck everything. So it is what it is. So we have a conference line that is available. You can call directly, and any comment, questions that you type it supersedes the telephone supersedes any comment. So Moksha Mukti is going to speak to you first. If you call and ask questions, it's much easier for him. Then Rebecca says good morning. Good morning, Rebecca. How are you? Namaste. Deborah Merrifield says hello. Hello, Deborah. Thanks for joining. Namaste. Sherry says shared. Oh, Sherry. Awesome. So I am interested of knowing your experience today, Sherry. I mean, yesterday we had opportunity to meet in person via Skype. And we talked about 20 minutes, and I think there's something profound happened in that meeting, and I wish you could call and speak regarding that, but I know you're in UK, but that's alright. Terry Trophy Coford says hello. Namaste. Namaste, Terry. Thanks for joining. Sherry says, I'm doing wonderful. I am still feeling fantastic after our meeting yesterday. That is good. That is good. Maybe you may have a little awakening after you meet with Moksha Mukti, going deeper. And from that awakening, you may have epiphanic experience. And that experience is going to last, who knows? 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, several months, who knows? You see? And I'm just going to point to you that experiencing whatever you experience, that wonderful, is going to wear off. It's not going to stay with in your consciousness forever. It may wear off tomorrow, it may wear off next month and next year, you see. And when that wears off, just recognize that this is all dance of quantum dancing. All the experiences are appearing and disappearing, you see. And she says, I'll try. Oh, she says, I'll try and call soon. Yes, if you can call from a Skype, even Skype, I think you have to pay like some amount, to call the US. I don't know. It's like 2 cents per minute. But, I don't want you to spend your money on just by calling. But if there's a way you can call, call and speak, But I don't want to burden you, You don't have to call if it's too much for you. Vivian says namaste again. Namaste, Vivian. Bill Claus says, I am having knee surgery on Thursday. Will I be okay? Yes, Bill, you'll be okay. Just don't believe in your thoughts. Thought is saying a lot of things to you. Simply be here and now and follow process. And experience or give attention to the source that is available to you. You see. Amy says hello. Hello, Amy. And by the way, folks, Moksha Mukti is doing his best to go over all your questions. I've seen other gatherings, like no one actually reads everyone's questions. Only Moksha Mukti is doing that. And if I skip your questions, don't take it personally, you see. And Moksha Mukti also, if you want to ask question right away, Moksha Mukti is responding too slowly. Moksha Mukti offers one-on-one meeting, personal meeting with you. You see. And in there, you see, all half hour is, diverted to you, So you can request to schedule a meeting or just share Moksha Mukti's of live feed to different spiritual groups that you're a member of. And you have opportunity to win one. And there are 4 people who have already won. And we're going to do drawing this week. So those of you who are sharing, Moksha Mukti is keeping track of your names and he's going to do the drawing, and from there you may be another winner. Sherry said, what is the number? I will write it down. Sherry, it's already written on the top of this page, but hang on one second. I'm going to put it in a comment. All right. Grimly Lie says, I need help with my anger. Or Grimly, see, this is superficial. You see, this talk is just touching the surface. I mean, it's not really superficial, but it's just we're just touching the surface. You see, when we just touching the surface, it's not going to take you any deeper for you to actually recognize. But he's simply pointing to you to give attention to the source. And for a lot of you, it's like repeating. But now I'm speaking to Grimly, and for Grimly, you see, you are giving attention to the source. And by giving attention to the source, you recognize just that anger is just a thought in your head. And when the recognition happens, that thought falls off and your anger falls off. But the anger is there in the body. See, it is there to express the limitation. The anger is there in the body, but it is exaggerated by the thought, and that is making you angry. You see, the thought is making you angry because there is too much garbage in your head. Your mind is, you're stressed out. There's a contraction in your mind. Because of this contraction, you are getting angry, you see. And Moksha Mukti also offers a personal meeting. We can meet and go deeper if you're interested. Bill Claus says, thank you. You're welcome, Bill. Deborah Merrifield is back again and says, have a lot of darkness surrounding my family and feeling a sense of doom. Your thoughts on this? That is not correct, Deborah. That is just imagination. Collectively imagine by your family. If they're imagining, assuming. So-called dark moments arises, appear, and they also disappear. You see, and the dark moment is just the interpretation of the mind. You see, based upon your condition. The conditioned mind will say, well, I am experiencing some dark moment, or I am experiencing some light moment. Those are just interpretation of the mind, you see. And we're just touching the surface. We're right here at the beach, you see. And all Moksha Mukti is giving or pointing to is seashells, sand, seaweed, and water. You see. If you want to go deeper to know or to see the pearl, see, then you can request personal meeting or darshan with Moksha Mukti, and you can go deeper. And it may be quick, it may be long. For some of you, it's long process. For some of you, it's a quick process. And that person that I met yesterday, there was a short process. It was a half an hour session. We got it done in 20 minutes. Now, is that going to be possible in all cases? No. Just it happened like that. For that person, I'm not going to name who that is. Maybe she'll come and testify on her own. Bill Claus says, I have a lot of thoughts about outcome, just trying to stay positive. Yeah, certainly that is natural. Thought will go in the head. Just observe those thoughts. Observe them. Because now what is happening? There is anxiety, and it is natural to have anxiety, but your thought is causing you anxiety to exaggerate, and you become anxious. What I'm going to do? Stay in the present moment. Stay focused here now. You see, and there's a possibility, slight possibility, when you center here, be focused here, and give attention to the source. If the recognition happens, it's possible. When the recognition happens, you may not even need the surgery, but you see, that's a slim chance. Don't get your hopes high, but it's possible. You see, by giving attention to the source, there's a possibility for openness. It may open you to infinite possibilities, and you may even need a surgery. But you see, don't get your hopes high, because more likely if the doctor says you need a surgery, more likely you need a surgery. But it's a possibility for you to open up and allow miracle to happen. There's a possibility. But simply be here now, and all your anxiety will fall off, because 90% of your anxiety is only in the mind, exaggerated by the mind. Terry Trophy. Terry, Moksha Mukti is not a psychic, so there is no message for you. He has a personal meeting. If you are interested in going deeper, simply request a personal meeting so you can go deeper. You see. Bill says, I like your music. Who are you listening to? Bill, the music that is going on right now is the conference line. It's a freeconference.com, and Moksha Mukti is using that service. And it's not going to call you anything to be on this conference. Only if you're calling like overseas, then you may have to pay that overseas fees, whatever that is. But if you're overseas, you don't have to spend money to call. You simply can type it up. But if you really want to speak, be on the call, simply call. And there are a few people who call, US, you have access to it. There's someone called, I forgot the name, who was, someone called and just wish Moksha Mukti good luck, or, send me good vibes. Because there's a technical challenge. Anything, communication is a challenge, because of the, folks in astrology will tell you, Mercury, the planet Mercury is in retrograde. They will tell you that. Terry says, from source. Yes, the source is already available to you now. You are already connected to the source, and it is available to you. It simply requires your attention for you to recognize it. It wants your attention. It wants to be recognized. Grimmy says, it feels like everything I do is bad. I feel like I can't get rid of the demons that follow me. There is no demons, Grimly. People may tell you you have demons, but Moksha Mukti do not see any demons surrounding you. What Moksha Mukti sees is this demon is just in your head, not surrounding you. There are just the energy surrounding you, tangible or intangible energy. You see, the planets are influencing you, or sending you energies, even from distant galaxy, trillion light years away, is intangibly sending you stimuli. Those are just the stimuli. You see, how you perceive, how you recognize it, depend entirely up to you. You see, those are just the stimuli. That is just, and your mind comes here and interprets those stimuli. And most of the time, it is assuming anyway. It is assuming, someone else is assuming, and they may be doing some action, and based on the action, you may be assuming, well, he's trying to do you some harm. Maybe he's trying to do you some harm in the reality. That's true. But your thought is assuming and imagining. Make it even worse than the current situation. You see? There's someone online. Who's online?
Namaste, my lovely.
Oh, namaste, Sherry. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Okay, so let's. Thanks for calling. I know it's going to cost you some to call long distance. You didn't have to do that, but.
I'm not going to stay on very long.
Okay, all right. So, all right. Glad you're here. So tell us about your yesterday's experience, Sherry.
It was amazing. It was quick, but it just made so much sense to me, and it's completely changed the way that I look at things, and I've just got such overwhelming peace. It's just amazing. That's all I can keep saying. It's amazing.
All right. So, do you still have that in your experience, in your consciousness now, or they disappear?
No, it's still there. It's been with me. So,
well, good.
I just want to say a big, big thank you.
Oh, no.
It has completely changed my life.
Yeah. So, do you think you would have got that without meeting with Moksha Mukti personally?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. I think I needed just that extra guidance to get to the final point.
Yeah, stay with that whenever you can. I know you have to go to work and do this and the other, but even while you're going to work, you can still carry that. Carry that wherever you're going, stay with that. And, but thank you. I don't want to keep you too long on the phone. Thank you for, I just want to hear from your voice, what happened. So, and I just want to make sure you're okay. So, glad you called. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, and I'll be again soon.
Yeah, all right. We'll keep in touch, and let me know how you're doing. how everything goes,
I
because
will do. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that was Sherry, who I had the pleasure of meeting personally, and I'm glad she called and spoke about it, because I want her here, because after the meeting, she felt this epiphany, or wonderful experiences, you see. And what happens in such a condition is, like, sometimes that wears out, and when that wears out, you freak out, hey, I want to have that back, and I didn't want her to freak out if such experiences wears out, you see. And because everything has a duration. Everything has a duration. Your fear has a duration. Your pain has a duration. Your happiness has a duration. All of them have a duration. And you wanting to either get rid of the sensation in the body that is occurring, or you want to keep the sensation in the body, is causing you the problem, you see. If we have a happy feeling, the thought wants to keep it, or hang on to it, but the sensation wears off, it is no longer there, then thought becomes sad, you become sad. And when you have a pain, or when the anxiety occurs or the fear occurs, you want to get rid of that. And trying to get rid of that is going to cause you the problem. So this message is especially for Sherry and those who are listening, when that happens, just keep in mind that that is the nature of the dynamics. And someone asked me, what is dynamics? Dynamics is this universe dancing and creating all these energies. That's what Moksha Mukti says, dynamics. And through this universe, there is a tangible or intangible stimuli approaching in your consciousness, you see. And that is happening. And whether you notice or you don't notice it, that is giving you stimuli, you see. Grimly says, it feels like everything I do is bad. I feel like I can't get rid of. Okay, yeah, I already spoke to Grimly. And Sherry, who I already spoke. I like how she says, my lovely. Says the personal meeting is fantastic. I would definitely recommend it. It has changed my life. There it is. What Moksha Mukti is pointing to you is already available within you, and it may change your life. It may give you all the things that you've been looking for. It may get rid of you all the things you don't want in your life. You see, there's a possibility by meeting with Moksha Mukti, because right now we're at the beach. Just there are seashells, sand, seaweed, water. But when we go deeper, you see, we can go there fast or slow depending on each one of you. Some of you, you see, for some of you it happens quickly, just like it happened to Sherry so quickly. I was totally surprised. It only took us 20 minutes, And for others, it may have to go sessions after, you see. But anyway, let's keep moving on to Mandy. Does bad thoughts trigger anxiety? I get anxious expressing myself to others. Yes. Not bad thoughts. When the anxiety happens, because now you're in the future too much, not in the present, and staying in the future too much brings you anxiety, and that is natural, because anxiety is the expression of uncertainty. Because there's uncertainty in the future, and when there's uncertainty in the future, it brings you anxiety, because that is the energy in the body, and you cannot get rid of that. It is there in the body. And thought comes in and exaggerates, just like I spoke a while ago. Thought wants to get rid of the anxiety in the body, and that is causing the problem, or causing the friction. Just like rub your hand together fast, see what happens. It gets heated. Similarly, it gets heated, and the anxiety becomes enhanced or exaggerated or volumized, just like the mushroom, you see. Doina Theodore says namaste. Namaste, Doina. Thanks for joining. How are you? Lena Kitchen says I'm calling. Okay. Look forward to speaking to you, Lena. Doina Theodore says, we are light and energy. We should try to give only good vibes to the world. There is also your assumption, Doina. In the reality, there is no good vibes or bad vibes. Simply vibes. Universe is dancing and giving you this vibration. And you are experiencing the vibration that is appearing in your consciousness, but your mind is interpreting those vibrations as good or bad. See? So in the reality, yes, the universe is simply vibrating. That is just the vibrations, vibrating, dancing, and there is nothing wrong with that. But the mind comes and interprets this vibration as good vibration, this vibration as bad vibration. This thinking is good thinking, this thinking is bad thinking, this feeling is good feeling, that feeling is bad feeling. It is only interpretation of the mind that is happening. You see? And what Moksha Mukti is pointing, when you come to the source, just like it happened to Sherry, it may happen to you. Now, you're nothing but expressing that recognition of experiencing of the source, your source, that you're connected. And through here, there's nothing but love. You see, now you don't even need to think about it. It just expresses. And this expression, even what Moksha Mukti is expression of love. You see, this love is what nature's love. Existence loving. Moksha Mukti is loving. And this loving is not the kind of love that you love your parents or your family, friends, your romantic partner. This is simply love expressing. Leila says, I call but I can't get through. Hey, you may have dialed the different access code. It is Lena, it's a 736686 pound. 736686 pound. And you have to press pound, and once you press the pound, it will take you to the line. Unless you're calling from out of the country, then that may be that you may not be able to get through. You have to dial the country code, and of course, I don't want you to call from overseas. It's going to cost you. I don't want you to spend your money on this, where you can simply type. I sound very British. Well, Sherry, you are British, and that is a conditioning. That is coming from conditioning. It's okay. You see, it's okay, no problem. And by the way, I like your accent. You see, there's no problem. There's just a condition, who you are. It's conditioned. And Jonathan says, how much do you sell magic mushroom for? Jonathan, Moksha Mukti is not selling you anything. He's simply pointing you to something that is already available to you now. Moksha Mukti does not drink alcohol. He does not do any drugs. This high is simply high that is happening naturally. You see. Amit Jain says, Namaste, what's the origin of thoughts? Namaste, Amit, there is no origins of thoughts. It's simply happening. Thought is simply happening. You try to stop thought, you cannot stop thoughts. And you don't even know what you're going to say next. Even Moksha Mukti does not know what he's going to say next. This simply is happening. This program is unplanned, unprepared. I do not even know what I'm going to speak. There is no speech written here. There is no talks written here. Spontaneously happening. This is fresh. You see? And who knows what the origin is thought? Who knows what the origin of the universe? No one knows. I mean, you can imagine and assume, but the thought or the mind itself will never know that. And you want to know from thought. But however, there is something within you that Moksha Mukti is pointing. It knows uniquely. Not the kind of knowing like the thought is knowing, but it knows uniquely. You see? And that's what he's pointing. You see? Bill Claus says, what are your thoughts on death? What happens when we die? Bill, why are you concerned about death? Do you know you're living now? You do not know you're living now other than the knowledge imposed upon you by the society. And only through that knowledge you know you're living, but you do not know you're living. Enjoy this living. You see, and why worry about what happens when you die? You do not know living, that's why you do not know dying. You do not know death. If you know living, you know death. And in the reality, there is no death. There is only clinical death defined by the expert. Body doesn't die. It gets recycled. Elizabeth Sonia Kelly Sanson says, Hi Elizabeth, thanks for joining, namaste. Jane Haig says, do you believe in our afterlife? Jane, Moksha Mukti is not here to speak about afterlife. This is the same question as Bill Klaus asked. Who cares when so-called death occurs? Universe itself will take care of you. Place you somewhere. You want to worry about living. No living. Experience living now. Why do you want to worry about afterlife? You do not know living now. You see, if you know the living now, you know the afterlife. Because everything is happening simultaneously. Past, present, and futures. That is happening now. Live in this moment, this present moment. Be here now. Give attention to the source. Recognize your experiences. You see, enjoy it. You see, that may give you epiphany. That may give you joy. You see, why do you worry about something, you see, about the future? You see, that the mind will never know. Siri says, hi Jane. Hey Lena, if you have having a problem, do you live in the United States or overseas or out of the country? Because two people have already called, Sherry and who was their first call? It was Andrew or I forgot the name. Someone called. Like there's two people already called. Sherry says yes, he is. Vivian says recycling can be applied in many situations. Perhaps, Vivian, when body so-called clinically dies, universe itself recycles and places somewhere else. Right here, all there is a quantum. Trillions of quantum. This is energy, compacted quantum. All the quantums are spread apart, but this right here, this body right here, and your body also, all the bodies are compacted, highly compacted quantum. Elizabeth says, how do you deal with hectic emotions? Been very weepy today and I don't know how to deal with it. It's okay, Elizabeth. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to weep. Don't let anyone tell you don't cry. It's okay. There's no problem. You see? Simply give attention to the source. Maybe you're trying to recognize the source. You're trying to experience the source. Maybe you're trying to give attention to the source. Moksha Mukti is pointing, give attention to the source. Don't believe in your thoughts. If you need to let it out, let it out. It's okay. There is no problem. And that weeping moment may disappear. It appears and disappears, but don't believe in your thoughts. Raymond says, Namaste. Namaste, Raymond. I'm going to try to restart my laptop because it's kind of challenging to read your comments from just the iPhone, and it's kind of farther away. Restart. Amari Russo says, do you think if we lie, it creates bad karma? Well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. You see, I think it does, because now you're functioning in the thought level. Yes, it does. But the question is that you should be asking yourself, Amari, is that, am I lying to myself? The question you should be asking to yourself is, am I lying to yourself? And you do not want to lie to yourself. And 99% of the human being, they're lying to themselves, because all thought is lying. You see. Bill says, may I ask you what kind of education do we have? Bill, what is Moksha Mukti speaking is irrelevant of any education. This is simply expression of the existing expressing. This is simply happening. You see. And Moksha Mukti this is unprepared, unplanned, spontaneously happening, fresh. You see. There's a freshness here. There's a genuine here. It's genuine. This is authentic. And this authenticity itself gives Moksha Mukti authority to speak. You see. And there is no, Moksha Mukti does not read any books. He does not listen to anyone. Everything is expressing. See. And when you are observing, experiencing, and recognize that, then it itself gives you expression. And all the education knowledge, just the conditioning, that is conditioning you to function in the society. You see, to share the resources. Vivian says, like an alchemist. Perhaps, Vivian. I'm going to try to restart the laptop and see if I can get the comments from the laptop. Elizabeth says, thank you. You're welcome, Elizabeth. Davarka Ladenko says, hello. Hello, Davarka. How are you? How are you all doing today? Glad you joined. There are multiple people coming back here every day. You see, Moksha Mukti is not giving you anything, although he may give you quantum prayer. You see, when you ask, he's not teaching you anything. He's not giving you speech. He's not lecturing you. This is simply happening, fresh happening of expression of the existence. This is simply loving, expressing. That is what is happening. You see, and your thought is interpreting, your mind is interpreting, well, he's teaching me something. Well, if I'm teaching you something, let it be. If you say this is wise, let it be. But this is simply expression, just the noise expressing from these words. Amari says, nope, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about the other people. Well, don't worry about other people, Amari. Why do you want to worry about other people? The question you ask yourself is like, majority human lie to themselves. You do not want to lie to yourselves. Be true to yourself. And when you are true to yourself, you see somebody's lying to you. I see all the time. Even I haven't even talked to you. I haven't even looked at you. By your comment, I know majority people are lying. I know they're lying. Just by reading comments. When you are true to yourself, when you know yourself, you know everyone. And you know they're lying to you. You see? Raymond says, in your experience, Moksha Mukti, was self-mastery a process of certain states or natural consequences or existential events? Yes, that's a good question, Raymond. So yeah, I don't speak for everyone. What happened here is either through the grace of this universe, or the God, or whatever you want to call this existence, or serendipity. You see, through this, it happened to Moksha Mukti. He didn't even want it. He was sitting on a sunny day in a house in Ohio, in a guest bedroom, sitting there. All of a sudden, this occurred, this happened. Or it may happen to some when you meet someone. See, I cannot speak for others, but this happened to Moksha Mukti automatically, without doing anything, without putting any effort. But if you ask Moksha Mukti, did I do meditation before? Yes, Moksha Mukti did meditation. Did I do spiritual ceremony? Yes, some ceremonies. When he was a child, he did it. He learned, all those teachings. And he studied Gurdjieff, G.I. Gurdjieff, fourth way. He read Dr. Deepak Chopra, Seven Spiritual Success, something like that. I don't recall now. But now I don't listen to anyone. I don't listen to Dr. Chopra. I don't listen to G.I. Gurdjieff. I don't listen to Osho. But Moksha Mukti did also listen to Osho. He read his book. But all that happened, he didn't want any of that, and he was sitting in a room. All of a sudden, it happened. You see. So this, yes, you may say is serendipity, and it may happen to you. You see. And there is nothing you can do to make it happen. It happens on its own. You see. I mean, you may come to this gathering like this, and it may happen to you while just listening here. Or when you meet with Moksha Mukti, it may happen. But who knows? No one knows. There's no guarantee. You see. But it's possible. Possibilities. Bill says, I respect you and your thoughts. No insult indeed. No. Don't worry about that. There are people who come here, become rude than you are. What I see here is that's not rude. You're asking a question. There is no issue. May I have a quantum prayer for my friend? Yes, Bill. Who's the friend and what is it for? And who's doing the knee surgery? Moksha Mukti will do quantum prayer for the guy who's having a knee surgery. Is that you or someone else? Amari says, but what if we are being affected by people lying to us? In the reality, Amari, you do not get affected by people lying to you. In the reality. But in synthetic reality, yes, if someone lies to you, that may affect your career, that may affect your profession, that may affect your, something that you need to do. Yeah, for that realm, it may affect you. And it's possible people lie all the time, you see. That may affect you, affect your experiencing and the karma, because this is all happening through the karma, so-called karma, you see, happening through the thought, and that may affect you. You see, but what Moksha Mukti is pointing to you is that when you recognize the source, other people cannot lie to you. You know when they're lying to you. You see? So see that in your own functionality. Observe. Observing is going on. Give attention to that. It will tell you. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. Raymond says, yes, my grace is intrinsic exercise. Yeah. Bill, you can you can do research. Just go to Moksha Mukti's webpage. He'll tell you everything about Moksha Mukti. Or you can read his books. In the books, it's written on the books. But what is happening here has nothing to do with that education. It's simply expression. I'm glad you asked that question. No problem. Hey, been here 1 hour, so it's time for a little water break. Just a second. Moksha Mukti drinks water, so cheers. It has been contracting or compacting. The mind is contracting. And it's time to expand, you see. Because when you read too many comments, what happens? See, mind is focusing, and contracting. And it wants to expand. It itself will tell you, hey, it's time to expand. And your body is tremendously intelligent. Whether you know it or you don't know it, your body is tremendously intelligent. It is breathing on its own without you doing anything. Even while you're sleeping, it is breathing. While you're sleeping, it is processing. While you're sleeping, your wound is repairing. I just got a cut yesterday on my leg. It's going to heal by itself. In a few days, it will be healed. Body does all that for you. Tremendously intelligent. Deborah Merrifield says, have you ever read Emanuel Swedenborg? No, Moksha Mukti does not read anybody's book. Since this so-called awakening in 2009, he does not read anybody's book. He does not listen to anyone. This is simply expression of expression, existing, expressing. Fresh. Just like flower bloom. Something happened. Something is happening here. You see. You can enjoy this, or you can not enjoy this, or you're neutral. It's entirely up to you. If you're enjoying this, be here. If you're not enjoying this, please leave. It's right. Don't torture yourself. Don't have that experience. Enjoy wherever you go. You see, each moment is very valuable. If you're not enjoying, life is. It's to enjoy, to experience. You see, something beautiful is already available to you. It's Moksha Mukti is pointing to you. Stephanie Rose says, how can one find peace within themselves from anxiety and depression? Look within, Stephanie. Close your eyes and observe, or give attention to that is observing and see. Your thought is exaggerating what is happening. Thought does not know, it is imagining, exaggerating, assuming. And if you're depressed physiologically, run, sweat. Sweat itself will clean your depression. Bill says, me. Oh, Bill, okay, so, alright, if you wish I can do quantum prayer, you have to ask. I can do quantum prayer for your knee, if I haven't already done it. But you have to ask. Cindy McCarty Smith is here. Hi Cindy, how are you feeling today? How are you doing? Glad you're here. Says, may I ask you quantum prayer for bronchitis? Oh, okay Cindy. Drink a lot of water. Take care of your nose. Actually, doctor tell me the bronchitis is coming from your nose. You have sinus fluid and that goes into your bronchial tube and you have a bronchial infection. Drink plenty of water, plenty of fluids, and here's a quantum prayer for you. Done. And you may not feel this effect right away, but people who had bronchitis in the past reported they healed like 1 or 2 days sooner than they normally heal, or you may heal quicker. But the quantum prayer is done for you, Cindy. Take care. Alright, now I got the Facebook here on my laptop. Finally, it was processing and it was delaying everything. And the sound wasn't coming on earlier. Those of you who were here in the beginning were experiencing that I had the microphone connected to the laptop, but now since the laptop was not working, I had to connect it to desktop, and it was connected to the laptop. I said, microphone is there, its light is on, why there is no sound? It was connected to the laptop. See, this happens during Mercury is in retrograde. That's why the folks in astrology will tell you that all the communication go haywire during the planet Mercury is in retrograde. And I think there is only 3 days left. Right? Any astrologer here on this gathering? 3 days left. Bill says, I meant the prayer is for me, for my knee. Thank you. So, Bill, yes, I know that prayer is for you, but do you want Moksha Mukti to do prayer for you? He's not going to just do prayer for it, just like that. He's not going to do personal prayer, you see. He prays for the existence. He does the quantum prayer for the existence. He does the quantum prayer for the existence, universal well-being, existential well-being. For personal prayer, you have to ask for it. All right. See if I can read comments off the laptop. Maybe I can. Deborah says, I see, and you are right, but some days are difficult to enjoy, and happiness sometimes an illusion to me. Yes, it's okay, Deborah. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing. You don't have to feel good every day. That's what I'm pointing you. And you can't feel good every day. You wanting to feel good every day is causing you the problem. Cindy said, thank you. You're welcome, Cindy. Since you asked for it, you got quantum prayer. You have to ask for it. Ask, you shall get. Sherry Louis says 3 days. 3 days. What did I miss, Sherry? 3 days. Not ringing that bell. Anil Kumar says like. Hey Anil, thanks for joining. Okay, Bill says, may I have a prayer for my knee, please? All right. Now you shall get it, Bill, because now when you ask for it, the quantum prayer become effective. When you don't ask for it, it doesn't work. It may work, but it becomes effective when you ask for it. So here's a quantum prayer for Bill, for his knee surgery, for everything to go smoothly. Done. Quantum prayer is fast, quantum prayer is effective. There we go, Bill. Did quantum prayer for you. Don't believe in your thoughts. Be here and now in the present moment. Vegans are on the path of harm reduction to end all suffering. Well, that may be, but what Moksha Mukti is pointing is not the vegan that is going to end the suffering. It's possible, but when you give attention to the source, when the experience of the source happens, when the recognition of the source happens, everyone on the planet, there will be immediately end of suffering. There will be immediate end of the war. There will be total peace. That's what he's been saying in many occasions. But I cannot just go shout from the roof. You see, hey everyone, give attention to the source. Observe that observing. Give attention to the observing. He can't just say that. You see. And by being vegan, yes, then that may do that. But the source, when you recognize source, you may become a vegan. You may become a vegetarian. You see, Moksha Mukti is a vegetarian, and you may say vegan. Now and then he drinks just a little milk and cheese. Now and then, because he say, well, you gotta eat protein. Doctor says you gotta eat protein, and for protein, now and then, I mean, very rarely he eats some cheese and some milk. But he doesn't. Maybe 1 cup. He doesn't overindulge. But he's a vegetarian. Yeah. So I got it now. Mercury. Are you an astrologer by any chance, Sherry, or you just are interested in that and read up on it? Raymond says messenger. Yeah, perhaps. But you're here simply living. You see. And Moksha Mukti never tells anyone to be vegan. Even he doesn't tell his own family, own daughter, own wife. He doesn't tell anyone. Don't eat meat. Be vegetarian. He never tells anyone. What he says is this: he knows this body cannot eat meat, and this body and that body, whoever that body, all body, human body, fundamentally and essentially is functioning exactly same way. And this human body is, what I see here, is not supposed to eat meat. And that's all he's going to say. He never says, don't eat. Vivian says, ask and you will receive. Okay. So I know the laptop is working now. So heard the comment. Why is not the comment moving dynamically? JD Vesser is back again. Says, Namaste, brother. Hope you are having a wonderful morning. Yes, JD, Namaste. I am having a wonderful morning. How are you? Simply happening. This morning is simply happening. See, why do you come here? Why do you have to, label that? Simply happening. In this simple things, there's enjoyment. But see, it is what it is. See, that's how we're conditioned. So to say wonderful, good, bad, other, But to answer your question, yes, this may be wonderful, but this simply is happening. You see. But glad you're here. Thanks for your comment. Bill Claus says, thank you, my friend. Namaste. Yes, Bill, namaste. Take care. Don't believe in your thoughts. Give attention to the source. That's all Moksha Mukti is pointing. Raymond says, thank you. You're welcome, Raymond. Siri says, I have read a lot of books on different subjects. Yeah, you must be really intelligent. You are intelligent. I met you yesterday, face to face. Vivian says spontaneous gathering. Yes, Vivian, this is spontaneous gathering. Moksha Mukti does not know what time he's going to start. He's going to start from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. Between those time he starts, but sometimes he starts like in the night time. Just like yesterday's gathering was at night time. And those folks in the UK, you missed it because it was already late for you. You probably already sleeping, but that's the only time that that happened. You see, sometimes it happens like that on the weekend, but on the weekdays, he starts in the morning between 9 a.m. Till 12 p.m. Central US time. Siri says, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, my lovely. Anil Kumar says, you are not reading my request about when you are bypassing. Hey Anil Kumar, Moksha Mukti is doing his best. Okay, there are many of you here, many questions. It happens, and if you're desperate, then request one-on-one session, and Moksha Mukti will be available to meet with you personally. But if I miss your question, ask again, and he shall answer it. Deborah says, I've enjoyed your thoughts. Namaste, my new friend. Yo, thank you, Deborah. Namaste. Glad you're here today. Moksha Mukti is doing his best to read everyone's comment, but now and then it happens. I don't know what happens. Either the comment is not appearing, or it goes too fast, or something get distracted, I didn't read your comments. In that case, write it again or copy paste it. Or if you want to do it, then request a one-on-one meeting with Moksha Mukti. You see, we can go deeper in the meeting. Deborah says, okay, sorry, I read Deborah's comment. Debarka says, hello again, please prayer for my knee, thank you. Okay. Debarka is requesting a quantum prayer for her knee. Okay. Debarka, again, don't believe in your thoughts while you're here, even for 15 seconds. Because thought is lying to you. Thought is imagining and assuming. Don't believe in them. Even for 15 seconds while you're here. Give attention to the source that is observing. That is observing your pain, that is observing your thought, that is observing your heartbeat, that is observing everything. Include everything in that observing. And here's a quantum prayer for you. Done. Quantum prayer is done for you, Deborah. Debarka. And Debarka, don't forget to walk. If your doctor is telling you you can't walk, take a walk at least half an hour a day. A lot of the physiological pain as you age, stems from not doing too many activities, like sitting down for too long, something like that. But Moksha Mukti is not a doctor. See, if the doctor says you can walk. Do exercise. Raymond says, where is humor? Humor is already available to you, Raymond. I am reading all your comments and humoring. Because all your comments are coming from thoughts. And there's humor in that. And there's humor in life itself. Why take life seriously? Even thought tries to pop up in Moksha Mukti's mind. It's just the energy. You see, it doesn't materialize. The thought just is energy, and he sees as energy. And for you, thought is something coming from your memory, and you're labeling to that, and that's causing you the problem. But what has happened to Moksha Mukti? Thought arises, it's just the energy. You see? But sometimes thought arises that is telling Moksha Mukti something, there's a thought. But even the thought is coming, it is just the energy. And this is simply expressing. This is expressing naturally. This is expression of the natural state of being that is expressing. And I received multiple friend requests. Why do you want to be Moksha Mukti friend? Oh my God, multiple people. Anita Lenderan says, hello jolly human. Hello Anita, thanks for joining. Namaste. Raymond says, nice to see you smile. Yes, Raymond. This is serious, yet it is taking you from seriousness. Anil Kumar writes back, I am suffering from cirrhosis of liver and splenomegaly, and my blood pressures are very low, $65,000. Usually a normal person would have a 1.6 lakh. I am alone away from my family. My son is preparing for USMKE at New Orleans in America. Bless him, he wants to become successful in first attempt. And there was one thorn plus peripheral blood clot in superior mesenteric vein of liver, his main vein. I was taking blood thinner. I stopped fearing at my it may produce unnecessary blood hemorrhage or brain hemorrhage. Advice please now. Anil Kumar, there is a serious issue that is going on in a physiological level, and I am sure you've been to the doctor and gone through all the process. See, right now, your doctor is the one you should be listening. However, Moksha Mukti is going to point you to what he sees. This is not recommendation. You see, of course, don't believe in your thoughts while you hear, and give attention to the source. And by not believing in the thoughts, yes, you may not have you may reduce your blood pressure, so because it becomes meditation for you, and you don't need to close your eyes and sit in the corner and do meditation. But if that helps you, do it in your situation. Okay. But Moksha Mukti does not recommend it in any other situation, but in your situation, give it a try. However, when you give attention to the source that is already available to you, that is observing everything, in that observing, you see, that itself give you the natural meditation. It's just like Moksha Mukti is meditating naturally. You see, that can happen. And also the fear is exaggerated by the thought. Yeah, don't believe in the thought. Then your fear is down, your anger is down, then your blood pressure is down, then it may alleviate you. And it's also possible when you actually recognize the source, it itself will heal you right there on the spot. There's a possibility. There's a possibility for a miracle for you to open up and accept. You see, spontaneously, instantly, there's a possibility for you to heal when you give attention to the source. You see. Now, don't get your hopes up that by listening to Moksha Mukti, by coming here, you're going to heal. You may heal. People have healed from here before. You see, who knows? He's simply pointing you to the source that is available to you now in this present moment. Don't believe in your thoughts. And I'm going to do. You didn't ask for me to pray for you, so I'm not going to pray for you until you ask me to pray for you, and then I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to do quantum prayer, but you asked me to do prayer for your son to have a successful success on our USMLE. I think you want to say USMLE. I think he wants to be a doctor. So if you ask for prayer for you, then I shall give it to you. But if you haven't asked for prayer for you, so I'm going to give prayer for your son to be successful on the first try. Done. Quantum prayer is fast and it is effective. So if you come back and ask for quantum prayer, and I will do quantum prayer for you. But without asking, Moksha Mukti does not do any personal prayer. And he says thanks. Seems like today has been a prayer day. Multiple people asking for prayer. And just keep in mind that Moksha Mukti offers personal meeting with Moksha Mukti called Darshan. So Darshan with Moksha Mukti, meeting with Moksha Mukti is available. You can request one, or simply share Moksha Mukti's live feed to different spiritual groups that you're a member of, and you have opportunity to win, this meeting with Moksha Mukti, or we can go deeper. Anikma says, thanks, I love to converse with you again. What time should I continue online again? Anil, Moksha Mukti comes here spontaneously every day, does not know what time. This happens spontaneously. You see, that's why these gatherings are fresh. Usually between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Time, sometimes in the evening, depending on how the situation. And you can also request a one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti. Or you can share Moksha Mukti's live feed to one of your spiritual groups, Namaste, or any awakening or enlightenment, whatever groups you're a member of. You can share this live feed there. Then you have a drawing, your names will be placed in the drawing for you to possibly win one-on-one session with Moksha Mukti, meeting with Moksha Mukti, and where we can spend half an hour. And you can also request that. You can request half an hour, 1 hour, whatever, you see. And we can go deeper. We can touch upon, go deeper, because what is happening, you see, your thought is entangling you. All humans, your thought is entangling you. And somebody coming back and say, hey, Moksha Mukti, you're giving the same medicine to everyone. Yes, that's the same medicine. You see, you don't want to go deeper. You want to stay in the surface. That's why it seems like the same to you, but when we go deeper, it's different. You see, and that you can experience in the personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. Moksha Mukti is not mad. Some people think when I'm not speaking, I'm mad. No. Moksha Mukti is simply conserving energy. And when I close my eyes are closed, that means Moksha Mukti is conserving energy, not sleeping. Because energy is wasted when speaking, giving attention to the thought, and you have no more energy left to give attention to the source. And Raymond says, thank you for this. You said my thoughts were coming from memory. This has helped me find where I have been rather stuck in my illusion. Now good karma by design. Yes, I'm pointing to you. Observation is observing is yours. That is observing. Experience is yours, Raymond. But I think you're going in the right. You're seeing the right thing, what Moksha Mukti is pointing. Subramaniam Kundapura says, Pranam Swamiji, please bless me so that I can finish my higher studies in remaining 6 months. I'm in trouble. Please help me. Subramaniam, bless you to you. Don't worry, you have multiple thoughts. Thought is saying that you're not going to do good. Believe in yourself. Don't believe in the thought. Give attention to the source. Be in the present moment and study. You see, Those examinations just asking you same thing that you studied. You see, and practice makes you perfect. Repeat, and you'll do good. Raymond says, Moksha Mukti, how are you feeling, and what do you need? Moksha Mukti is not needing anything. There is no need for anything here. But in synthetic reality, there is no need. There is lots of needs. To function in the society, there is a lot of things needed. There is different need. But in the reality, Moksha Mukti does not need anything. In the synthetic reality, of course, you need something. You need food, water, shelter, money, friends, family, all that is needed in the synthetic reality. But in the reality, you do not need anything. Everything is provided for you. Hey, who's online?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, Moksha.
Hello, is this Raymond?
This is JD.
Oh, JD. How are you, JD?
Yes. I'm doing wonderful, Moksha. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm well. Thanks for asking. So what is your question?
I just wanted to give you a call and thank you personally with your voice to thank you for all that you've done for me. I've learned a lot watching you, and I feel like I needed to extend that gratitude. So
Oh, thank you so
thank you
much.
for being you, and thank you for doing this and taking the time out of your day to help people. It means a lot to me.
Oh, no problem, Raymond. Thanks for joining. See, this is simply happening. And thanks for calling and letting me know that, letting everyone know that, you see. And I hope something happened in your consciousness today. Did anything happen?
Actually, today I was outside, and one of the ladies that lives in my complex was talking to me about how when she was sick, she went in to see the doctor, and the doctor used his hands to move a hernia that she had that they said that was going to need surgery or she could die, and he used his hands to heal her. And she was telling me that story, and it was funny. I came in right after that had happened. I came into your conference or into your live video, and you were talking to someone about how connecting to the source can cause a miracle and heal you.
Yes.
And so it was cool to have that happen right after I had talked to someone about something related. So,
Yes, Raymond, because in the reality we are all connected, we are all one. Only separation is separated by the aspect of who you are, the mental equipment that sees us as separateness. But as you see all these events of life, it allows you to recognize, hey, wait a minute, maybe we're all one, right?
yes. I learned that a lot, actually. I was with this girl recently, and we were walking, and we went to walk by the cemetery, and I felt like I wouldn't know how to explain it. It was like an energy shift from her, where she felt more at peace at the cemetery than she was when we were walking at another place. And I told her, I said, if you want to walk to the cemetery, you can walk to the cemetery. And when we walked to the cemetery, she was talking to everyone talking to the people in the cemetery, and it was cool. I could feel it. You know what I mean? Like I could feel
Why
it.
do you think she felt so peace, Raymond?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I didn't really do that. It was so strange. It was just like she was comfortable there. It was a place.
But it
maybe
didn't
she had
happen to you,
family
only
members that
her.
was there. Huh?
It only happened to you. It didn't happen to. It didn't happen to you. It only happened to her.
I felt the comfort being there with her because she was comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
which was
Yeah.
also kind of strange because I've never really been the kind of person that was comfortable in cemeteries and graveyards. So to feel comfortable because she was comfortable kind of, locked in the whole fact that
Yeah.
me and her were experiencing that something together. And
Well,
I got to experience her comfort as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. But see that in a functionality. See, I mean, I can tell you what happened, but you see, it just becomes just a few words, few phrases. You see, but see in your functionality why that happened. You see, and I mean, I know what happened, but if I just say that with just few words, you see. But see if in your functionality why that happened. You see, it just cannot be just the energy that is doing that, but something occurred within your functionality that allowed you to be in peace. You see, there's a functionality within you that is happening, and that allowed you to happen like that. Try to see that.
I very much do try.
Oh.
Try. I think I try too hard sometimes. It's funny. A lot of people that I run into that I talk to, I tell them, I try to be a good person, or I try to do this, or I try to do that. And I've had a lot of different random people tell me, you don't have to try. You just are. And I think about that all the time, and I'm like, wow, I don't have to try, I just am.
Yeah.
So, kind of makes you stop thinking, and when you stop thinking, then you just have, it's life easier. So, I understand.
Well, you can't stop thinking, Raymond. The attachment to the thought stops, but the thinking cannot stop. Thinking always goes on. But your attachment to thought stops, and you think like you're stopping thinking because that attachment is not there. You see, and when the attachment to the thinking is not there, then the peace is revealed to you. You see, that's why you felt that peace. That girl and you walked together. She felt the peace because now hey, one day everybody has to die, and why worry? And in this recognition, you see, there was a disconnect from the thought, attachment to the thought, and when the disconnection from the attachment to the thought, it points you to the source. In the source, you are peaceful.
I understand. That's cool. I had a crazy experience when I was younger. I don't know. Are you familiar? You're familiar with psychedelic drugs?
Yes. I've never done it though.
I did acid, LSD, when it was about a year or two ago. I was 22. It might have been less than that. It was recently. I couldn't tell you how long ago it was. And one of my experiences were I would walk to this doorway, and while I was walking this doorway, when I moved my fingers, I would see like dimensional shapes. Does that make sense?
Yes. That happens.
Called,
see, that happens. I mean, you can imagine all you want, Raymond, but what is happening? You see, in the reality is that when you do this chemical, whatever chemical that you do, that produces chemical combustion or reaction. So when the chemical combustion reaction, you will start to see images. You see, and all you're seeing is just the images in your head that is coming from that reaction, and all that is creating is the reaction and producing into images. You see.
Okay. What would happen is those images, I would walk and I'd create these images,
Yeah.
and I'd get to the door to where my friends were, and I'd sort of open it, and then it seemed like everything would go in reverse, and I'd make the same images in reverse,
Yeah.
and go all the way back to the start of the hallway, and
Yeah.
do it again and again and again,
Yeah.
and it felt like I did
Yeah.
it for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And then I went to the door and I opened it and I said to my friends, hey, like, you left me outside for hours And they're like, oh, you've only been gone 15 seconds. And
Yeah.
so
what is happening there? See, what Moksha Mukti has been pointing to, Raymond, to everyone who is in this gathering, he is pointing you to validate and verify what is happening in functionality. You see, and this is a true gathering, right? So we're speaking the truth. So in truth, we're validating what is happening. So see, I see a truth, what is happening there, you see, because the chemical itself is producing all these images and experiences. You see, it produces experiences, new experiences, based upon the chemical. You agree?
I agree.
Yeah. So all these experiences that creating for you is coming from that chemical. You see, but in the reality is Moksha Mukti doesn't tell anyone don't do any drugs. Okay, he's not going to tell you that. But what he tells you that, see, when you do such drugs, it creates new experience for you. However, that is not like, you're a young person, only, I don't know how old you are, 24, 25, 26, in that age, you're a young person, but ultimately what you're seeking, see, that not any drugs, not anything, not anybody, not any job, not any, nothing gonna give you that. Only thing that's gonna give you what you are looking for is already available to you, and it needs your recognition and attention, and you can only give that attention when your nervous system is optimized. You see, now when you do such a LSD or some sort of drugs, now of course it's going to give you different images, it's going to fascinate you, it's going to wow you, because that is doing all that, and it's going to give you new experiences. I'm not denying that. Yes, it is available there, and even this experiences are sometimes extraordinary, and people write extraordinary things while they are going through this process, right? But in the reality, that's not going to give you what you're looking for ultimately. You see, that's why people who go through this process, they say, hey, I want to get off it, because now everything I'm looking for is not there. I want to get off from it. They will tell you that. But Moksha Mukti is not here to tell you to don't do it. It's simply pointing you what is happening in your functionality, and ultimately you're seeking to optimize sensitivity of your nervous system. And when your your sensitive nervous system is optimized, in there's a possibility for you to recognize the source, what Moksha Mukti is pointing, that is available to you, that you are already connected, that the source is infinite, limitless, spaceless, timeless, and it is here now, and you are connected to that. Everyone is connected to that, and that is the source, and that is ever pervading, and that is available to you, and ultimately you are seeking to experience that, you see, and that is available to you. And by doing all this chemical, it's not going to give you that experience. It's going to give you a pseudo experience based on the imagination, you see, and of course it's going to give you a new experience, and you are probably fascinated, because it delayed the time, thinking, or fasten the time, thinking, and give a different dimension and all that, and some extraordinary things happen, but ultimately what you're seeking, you see, it cannot be found there.
I totally understand that, which I actually decided from that experience that I didn't need to have those experiences anymore. That I could find
those are just your experience, Raymond. You can not eat for a few days, and you can have different experiences, feel good experiences. Even not eat for a few days, but of course it's easier to put that thing under your mouth than not eat for 3 days. Just give you that experience instantly. But some people, they don't eat for many days and give them extraordinary experiences. Just like I don't know if you read Bible, that in Bible there's a Lent where Jesus Christ was out in the somewhere in the desert in the Middle East or some near Jerusalem or someplace, and he didn't have anything to eat for 40 something days, and he was fasting, and it gave him tremendous experience. In that experience, supposedly captured in the Bible, and even people during that Lent time, for 40 something days, people fast. You see, that gives you new experiences. You can do many experiences like that. But simply, see, life is experiencing. Everything is experiencing. And what Moksha Mukti is pointing in this gathering is a true gathering, is pointing you to what you're experiencing, observing is already available to you. And in this observing itself, like I had a personal meeting with someone, and she, after 20 minutes, she recognized that experiencing. see, and started feeling this epiphany high, you see, without even doing any drugs, just by breathing. And that can happen to you also. That's what Moksha Mukti is pointing, you see. Ultimately, you are seeking for that. Ultimately, everyone is seeking for that. To be at home, to be at peace. Everywhere you go, not only to the cemetery, even go in the city, you see. Parties happening, pounding, clamor, is disco sound. Even train is passing by, airplane passing by. See, you can even have a peace in there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do see what you're saying. I was recently, I went to what they have raves, where they have like dance music that plays.
What's that?
And they have like these dance music parties. They're like concerts.
Oh, yes.
They call them raves.
Yes.
And a lot of the people that go to these raves, they take, me being one of them for a while, when I was younger.
Yes.
They take MDMA, or they call it Molly. It's one of those chemicals.
Yes.
And I decided a few months ago that I didn't need those chemicals
Yes.
to have the kind of fun they did. And I started to just go there and experience how happy everybody else was
Yes.
with the chemicals. And I noticed that I also felt like I was on the same level as them without ever ingesting any of the chemicals themselves.
Yes.
I was just enjoying the moment with the people that
Yes.
were there, also enjoying the moment, and I got to feel exactly like I usually would feel when I would do the MDMA.
Yes.
So that was an eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah,
now
that's exactly what I'm pointing. Stay with that, Raymond. That's exactly what I'm pointing out, that you do not need anything to experience that peace, because that peace is available to you wherever you go. The same peace that your girlfriend and you felt at the cemetery, that same peace is available to you everywhere you go, you see. And it is available to you now.
I keep wanting to say I'm trying.
No. You have it. You just told me you have that. You just told me you have that, Raymond. And it is available to you now, in this present moment. You see, don't believe in your thoughts. You see, close your eyes and experience. Close your eyes and see what is happening there. Now. By the way, folks, those of you watching, this is like what it's like to be meeting with Moksha Mukti. See, Moksha Mukti usually meets via a Skype or on the, last case is the telephone, but this is happening right now. It's a personal meeting. Raymond is personally meeting with Moksha Mukti, you see, and this is an opportunity for you. So Raymond, close your eyes and see what is happening there.
When I close my eyes, my heart starts to beat faster. At least it feels like it does.
So you see heartbeat. What else do you see, Raymond?
I feel like there's a light in my eyes.
Well, there's a light in your eyes because it's daytime. If it's a nighttime, you don't see any light. That's just the image in your head. What else do you see? What is that is happening?
I feel like I'm becoming more relaxed.
Yes. Now, where is the relaxation? It is outside or is already within you?
Sorry, within me.
And ultimately, what are you searching? Aren't you searching for relaxation?
What did you say?
Aren't you searching, ultimately searching for relaxation everywhere you go?
Yeah.
So it is already available to you. Right?
Yeah. No, this is pretty awesome.
Hey Raymond, thanks for calling. Since you called, I just wanted to give you that. Okay, this is Moksha Mukti pointing to you, and you got what is pointing to you. Okay, so carry that wherever you go, and I'll see you again next time because I need to read other comments. Okay, there are other people, and this is a free session.
Definitely do. I'm very thankful for you, Moksha. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too.
Or just have a day.
Yep.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Alright, so that was like a taste of what it's like to be one-on-one meeting or meeting with Moksha Mukti. We didn't actually go even deeper. We can go deeper than that. But this is just to give you a feel of what it's like to be one-on-one session. Okay, and let's go and read other people's comment. I know I missed some of your comments because Moksha Mukti pointed out that the questions asked from the telephone is supersedes comments, because now we can go deeper. Now how you see that we went deeper, and Raymond will agree that we went deeper, you see, because just by reading comments, just by speaking, we're just touching the superficial, just the beach. With Raymond, I pointed him to, together, Raymond and I went to 100, 200 feet, maybe deeper in the ocean. And he's going to say, wow, you see. Because whatever you're searching for is already within you, not outside. And you saw that. So, alright, let's see. Oh, that was JD, not Raymond. I keep on mixed up with the Raymond and JD. That was JD. Because Raymond called earlier, so I'm thinking of Raymond. So that was JD on the call. EMK say, I wish to have, but nobody expires again. Can you help me? Oh, I wish to have out-of-body experience. Now, EM, why do you want to have out-of-body experience? You don't need it. Raymond says, Raymond is too shy to call. This is JD on the call. Yes, Raymond, I got that now. I thought you called this morning, Raymond, or it was someone else. Jonas Blomqvist says, hello, is money bad, or is it too much or too little money that's bad? Let me tell you, Jonas, money is needed. Money is necessary. Okay? Even Moksha Mukti needs money. Okay, money is needed to function in the society. Even to have this live broadcast, it needs electricity, it needs to pay phone bill, it needs to pay internet bill, you see, it needs to pay all this bill, rent, all that, you see, mortgage, all that, car payment. Money is needed, and Moksha Mukti needs money also, and there is no problem with that, you see. And Moksha Mukti sang a song called Money, so money is needed. Yes, money, everyone needs money. And there is wanting to have too much money is going to give you problem, and not having the money is going to give you problem. Wanting to have too much money and not having any money is going to give you problem. Because rich people, you see, realize that money cannot make them happy. Money doesn't make you happy. Money cannot make you happy. It's a necessary tool to function in the society. It's needed, but it cannot make you happy. Vivian says, abundance comes from the thought. No, Vivian, abundance doesn't come from the thought. It comes from the energy, life energy that is available within, that is living. Abundance comes from there. And from there, it may have abundance thoughts. That's just the opening possibilities, but it's not from the thought. Vivian says, I fast 1 day a week. Well, that gives you new experiences. You see, fasting gives you new experiences. You see. Miriam Perez says, wow. Hey Miriam, how are you? Thanks for joining again. What is a wow for? JD says, that was me on the phone, not Raymond. But regardless, thank you so much. Namaste. Yes, I recognize that, JD. I was speaking with you. For some reason I was thinking Raymond, because Raymond had carved this morning. So namaste. And carry that experience. I know you felt something. There was profound experience. You felt it. Carry that wherever you go. Okay? And that experience may disappear tomorrow, next minute, next hour, next week, next year. You see, when that disappears, it's okay. Don't try to get that back. It will come back to you automatically. Simply give attention to the source that is observing everything. Subramaniam Kandapura says, another prayer, Swamiji. My nephew Ullas is age 30. He is disabled. He cannot speak and self-sufficient. Please bless him. We are in deep sorrow. Pranams. Alright, Subramaniam. It is a prayer for Ullas to have a normal, functional life. Okay? Done. Quantum prayer is fast and effective. Miriam Perez says, I need it too, money. Yes, everyone needs money, Miriam. That's why people go to work. You see? And Moksha Mukti does this gathering. This is not going to cost you any money, but he does personal meeting. On the personal meeting, when you request, then there's a Moksha Mukti is asking for donation, you see. And he doesn't say any amount. He can give any amount. You see, he doesn't say give this amount. Although the website says give $25 recommended for a half an hour session, but less or more, you see, it comes from your heart. He'll accept it. You see, but the money is needed to function. You see, so some people is working like this. Some people are, doing a business. Some people are working for government, private business, nurse, teacher, psychologist, lawyer, doctor, dishwasher, waitress, factory worker. See, whatever you are, see, everyone is needing money. You see, and everyone needs money, and in the reality, everyone is begging money. You see, well, say, how can I be begging? I am a professional. I work professional. Well, in the professional, you perform your service and you beg money. Well, I'm not begging money. I'm required to pay when I do the service. No. In the reality, everyone is begging. Even the king is begging. So that's why Moksha Mukti says Bhagavan and the king are the same, because Bhagavan is begging in front of everyone, but the king is begging in the church, temple. See, they're begging. Everyone is begging. You're begging for just to beg. Bhagavan is just begging just to eat, but the king is begging for the different country. King is begging for the peace in his country. King is begging for expanding his country. King is begging to fulfill his store for the gold and all that, all money. You see, prosperity. See, everyone is begging in the reality. You see, but everyone needs money to function. You see, this society is based on money. You see, without the money, then that is actually going to cause you problem. So everyone needs money. So everyone needs to have money. You see, and there is no problem in that. And the Moksha Mukti song says, money is not evil. Man without money is the devil. Yes, because when you don't have the money, then that causes you more problem. Miriam says, send me some prayers, please. Wow, so much truth. Okay. Prayers for healing. So what is the problem? What do you need healing for, Miriam? Subramaniam said, thanks Moksha Mukti, I feel blessed. Yes, bless you, Subramaniam. Hey, anybody from US want to get on the call? I enjoy talking on the phone because we can go deeper. And we've been speaking for 2 hours. We've been live for 2 hours. I think Moksha Mukti needs to take a little break. And just hang on right there. He'll be right back. Okay, so that was a little break, and I've got to listen to a voicemail. So I'm going to get off the conference line, and I've got a phone call here. I need to listen to that voicemail, making sure that it's not important. If it's important, then I have to get off from this live talk and go. So I'm going to listen to their voicemail I received. They called twice, so maybe it's important. Okay. Okay, so there was a phone call. There was an important phone call. Someone is requesting a meeting with Moksha Mukti via phone. Okay. So let's begin. I'll begin to read your comments. See right here. Just gotta open that up. Just got to open that up. There it is. Okay. Marianne says my body and soul. Okay, Marianne, I do not know about your soul. If you have a soul in you. See, soul is just the imagination assumption. Soul doesn't need a prayer if there is a. But your body, I can do a prayer for a body. Is it aching? What is happening? Lots of things happening in my life. Well, your body is aching. Lots of things happening in your life is just the assumption. You see, maybe you need to do one-on-one request, meeting with Moksha Mukti. Is your body aching, Marianne? What is happening? Raymond says, I wish to know myself without definition to say, I am. Without response, echo from the universe. I wish to hear, I am. What are you talking about, Raymond? You're imagining, Raymond. Imagining. Vivian says, had you grapes? No, Vivian, this time I took one piece of tiny pineapple and water. Now I'm drinking water. And more people are sending friend requests. I guess I can accept as many as I want. No, I think I can accept as 5,000 or something. Sherry says, I have really enjoyed today. Thank you, my lovely. Stay with that, Sherry. Stay with that experiencing. Vivian says, is there such thing as quantum thoughts? I would say natural thoughts, not so much quantum thoughts, but if you go deeper, yes, thought is actually deeper level thought. There is a quantum there in the thought. You see, everything is quantum. But instead of quantum thought, I would say natural thought. You see, natural thought. Everything has a quantum. Quantum prayer is actually going to speaking to the quantum to in your body. That is gonna cause you miracle, create miracle for you. The quantum, talking to the quantum. You see, and it moves instantly. You can even move to different galaxy instantly, because this is one body. You think it's separate. We're not separate. This is one body, and everything moves instantaneously. Blake Shreen says, how are you today? Hey Blake, you're back again. I'm well, how are you? Sherry says, I will. Yes, Sherry. That is just the taste you received, Sherry, just the taste. Blake says, will meditation help you pay more attention to the source? Perhaps, but that's not what Moksha Mukti pointing, Blake. What is pointing to you is give attention to that is observing and allow you to experience the source. When you experience the source, meditation happens to you naturally. And you may experience like as if you have an epiphany or profound experience, extraordinary experience. You see? And that itself will create you natural meditation. You see, and Moksha Mukti is meditating 24/7. You would say, how would you be meditating at night? I gotta start reading your comments from a laptop. See, I gotta charge my phone here. Battery's about to die. So I have to keep rocking the scroll back and forth to read the comments. I don't know why I have to do that. This is such a wonderful feature Facebook has to have these comments coming up dynamically, even a laptop and desktop. I mean, it happens on the iPhone. I mean, iPhone is such a advanced, but the laptop, I can see your comments coming at in real time, but sometimes I have to scroll. It just stays there. So for a while I have to stay there till the iPhone battery charges. Sherry says, I'm going to book another session with you real soon. Okay, Sherry. Yes, Moksha Mukti is available. I got some open space available. You can request one and book them. Sabrina says, how natural someone decided to eat an egg. In the reality, Sabrina, if you're really hungry, no food is available, you probably will eat anything that is available to you. But Moksha Mukti does not eat egg. You see, he does not eat meat, he does not drink alcohol, he does not do any drugs. When the hunger arises, you would even eat grass, you even eat soil, you see, or you fast. It's like people fast. But to function in the society, to go to work, to do this, that, and the other, you need some energy, protein, this, that, and other, and you eat. You see. And in the reality, what I see here in this body is not meant to eat meat. But some reason Moksha Mukti also does not eat egg. But he doesn't tell anyone don't eat egg. Don't eat meat, don't drink alcohol, don't do drugs. He doesn't tell anyone like that. There is no authority for me to speak for you or tell you what to do. The authority is only over this body. And he tells this body and that body in fundamentally and essentially exactly same. Only aspect of are different, male, female, different feature, different hair, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But the reality, fundamentally and essentially exact same thing, and you infer from there. This body, that body is exactly same way it's functioning, although there are different aspects. This body does not eat egg, this body does not eat meat, this body does not take alcohol, and you take it from there and infer. There is no need for me to tell you anything. There is no need for me to tell anyone anything. He's simply pointing. He's not teaching you anything. He's not giving you a lecture. He's not giving you a speech. He's not telling you to do anything. You see, this is simply pointing. I'm pointing what is truth. And it is only truth to you when you see that in your functionality. When you don't see it, this is not truth to you. So where they come and go, I have to scroll back and forth. Yeah. Vivian said, we'll call you soon. Actually, Vivian, I had to stop the conference line to charge the battery. No, I had to stop the conference line to listen to my voicemail. So conference line is not going on. It will go on tomorrow, Vivian, because it's almost time for it to go anyway. We've been here for 2 hours and 17 minutes, so I don't know how long this is going to go on. I think we're going to be here another 15 minutes, so I'm not going to go and start that session. So for tomorrow, you can call Vivian, or if you want to request one-on-one session or personal meeting, we can meet for 30 minutes. You can request one. Sabrina says, okay, let's see, I already talked to Sabrina. And Sabrina says, I mean, someone looked something going out of the ass of the chicken and say, let's try. Could you rephrase your question, Sabrina? I'm not clear what you're asking me. So it's like if you go out, you want to try chicken. Is that what you're asking? So you're going out and someone asks you, hey, Sabrina, let's try chicken. Is that what you're asking me? Not getting clear of what you're asking. Vivian says, okay, tomorrow. almost time to go. Only a few more minutes. Then we're going to end this session today. And Moksha Mukti is not sleeping. I'm just closing eyes to conserve the energy. And there was some question asked from a previous session, yesterday's session, and since you are not here, I didn't answer your questions. I think it was Deborah or someone that asked some questions from previous sessions. So you're not here, I'm not going to touch upon that question. When you're here, I'll speak to your questions again. And if you need it so soon, you'll need to book personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. I think I've got some time available today and tomorrow. I am not sleeping, just closing my eyes to conserve the energy. Even the opening eyes is consuming the energy. And I have to open the eyes to read comments. And Vivian says, thank you again for your insights. You're welcome, Vivian, as usual. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you, Vivian. Call tomorrow when we go live. I'll start this. I'll start that conference and call tomorrow. I'll speak with you. Blake says, does it cost money to have session with you? Yes, Blake, Moksha Mukti is not gonna give you a free personal meeting, what Moksha Mukti calls a darshan. It's not gonna give you that for free. You can earn that by sharing this live feed or Moksha Mukti's video to different spiritual groups that you're a member of or on your wall. And when you do that, your name will be drawn into the drawing, and there's a possibility if you win, then he's going to give you a personal meeting. Or you can go to his website and request one, and you request one simply by donating any amount. Moksha Mukti recommends $25 for a half an hour session. Actually, it's $30 for a half an hour session, but right now he's just saying 25. But like in a few days, it'll be $30 for a half an hour session, $50 for a 1 hour session, and you see that is available. And that's just the recommendation he's giving. Okay, he's not going to say any amount. You can donate any amount, but the recommendation is for now is $25, but it will be $30 recommendation in the future. $25 recommendation for a half an hour. If you give less, little more, Moksha Mukti does not mind. You see, but without any donation, Moksha Mukti is not going to give you the personal meeting. Dawn is back. Dawn Kratapia. Hi, Dawn. How are you today? Thanks for joining. Says hi. Good to see you today. Yes, good to see you too. Good to see your comment. Good to see your little face. You have blonde hair. I can see a small face. on that comment section. How are you doing today? You came at the time, I don't know if you just were listening or just writing a comment, but this session is about to be over in a few minutes. I said about 15 minutes earlier, and that should end in 5 minutes, but since I leaned back and conserved my energy, I may be able to go longer unless something comes up. Yeah, the session is about to end, and this is toward the ending, but it is happening. So if you have any questions, comment, you can certainly ask. And there was a conference line available. You could have called that number, conference number, and speak to Moksha Mukti, and that will be available to you tomorrow also. Or you can request a personal meeting with Moksha Mukti. He has some time available even today and tomorrow, or this week. And Moksha Mukti is simply closing eyes. He's not sleeping, to conserve the energy. And I got to open eyes and scroll to see your comments. Yeah. Raymond Bayand says, farewell, my good man. Hey Raymond, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you being here. See you next time, maybe tomorrow, or see you in one of the personal meeting. Just you and I. You can request one, because you say you're shy talking on the phone here. And today, who did we have on call? There was Sherry calling from UK, and we had JD call from the US. I know those of you who are US, it doesn't cost much to call, but for UK, even if you get Skype, it's going to cost at least like 2-3 cents per minute. If you talk for 5 minutes, that's only like 15 cents. I think in UK there is a shilling, right? Shilling. Here we call it dime and quarters and nickel. I think there's a shilling in UK. I've been to London. So anyway, just a trivial thought. Moksha Mukti is not mad. Moksha Mukti is not sleeping. He's simply closing his eyes to conserve the energy. And there's no reason for him to speak until something reveals to him or something that appears in the comment section. I have to scroll back and forth to see their comments. So far there's no comment. Oh, okay, so I see Don's comment says, I'm doing well, thank you. a beautiful day here in Dallas, Texas. From this window, there is no single cloud in the sky. Oh, by the way, I think it's going to be a hot day. Hot day in Dallas. That's what the lady on the radio was announcing. Very hot day. So somehow there is a delay in the comments, and some of the comments doesn't appear, and it's possible that I missed the comment, and you're coming back and say, hey, you didn't answer my comment. Well, I don't answer a comment because that happens, and sometimes it gets missed. And some other group that I saw doing it, they only pick the comment randomly, then they just speak. But Moksha Mukti's response to your every comment, every one of you, and one or two comments missed, it is missed. It is what it is. If you need to talk to him soon, there's a personal meeting available to you, or tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Siri says no shillings, just pound and pence. Oh, okay, pence. I thought there was shillings, some other country. French franc used to be there, but now euro. But yeah, I was in the UK in 2009, Sherry. I was in London. I stayed there for 5 days. Rode the London Tube, I think you call that Tube, underground train. Moksha Mukti, in New York it's a subway, and in Chicago they call it, what is it called? L or something. They call it something different for the train. And in London they call it the Tube. Moksha Mukti is not mad, he is not angry, and he may close his eyes to conserve the energy. Simply experiencing the moment. In your comments, pushing Moksha Mukti's button to speak. Oh, okay, so shillings. You did have shillings before, now it's out of the system. See, everything changes, everything is dynamic. This is quantum, dance of quantum. Changes happens. You see. Nothing remains the same. Everything changes. What remains the same is the source that is available to you now in this present moment. Everything else changes. Your thought changes, your belief changes, your experiences changes. Outside circumstances changes. Even we are changing now. We are sitting on Earth, planet Earth, and we're traveling at the speed of 65,000 miles per hour. And our whole solar system is moving. Sun is moving, dragging all of these planets into the deep galaxy. 45,000 miles per hour. Everything is changing, dynamic. This is simply quantum dancing, universe dancing. A wave appearing on the ocean. See, sometimes there's no need to speak. Scrolling back and forth. Yeah, I have to scroll back and forth to read the new comments, see the new comments. JD says, have you ever thought about the pyramids and how to this day it's not known how they created them? I heard many theories, but do have any? No. There is no need for Moksha Mukti to speak on pyramids. It happened, someone made it, it is there. And I have seen one personally in Chichen Itza, Mexico. The Mayan pyramid. That's a trivial question, JD. We are speaking about life experiences. So, image. Pyramid is just the image. Maybe this page Moksha Mukti can go longer. Oh, I missed the Sherry's smile. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's some comments. I'm missing those comments. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, how the comments are popping up. So Sherry Law is laughing now, laughing like ha 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 ha. And Don says, I killed some ants that were in my house and I feel bad about it. But my kids were flipping out and they were everywhere, so I feel horrible. Yes. That happens, Don. You have to protect your children. If the ants can bite children and they're afraid, it's in your house, that happens. But Moksha Mukti tries to even let the ants is too small. Sometimes you even let the ants, spider, any bugs that enter the house, even the flies, try to let them out if possible. But sometimes it's not possible. The feeling bad is maybe you're trying to recognize the connection between you and the source, because in the source we're all one. So if you kill the ant, you're killing yourself, but it happens. And even from my experience, Moksha Mukti had many mouse in the garage, and he was figuring out how to, remove them from the garage. I mean, of course, they're gonna pooping everywhere, making it dirty. Maybe they eat something and smelling, and how to get rid of it. So went to the market. They offered me mouse traps, so I brought mouse trap and I caught some mouse, and a couple of them died. And then the third mouse I caught was young one, not so young, but he was younger than the other mouse. It appears a little smaller, and only his leg was caught and he was alive. And first I said, well, this mouse, just pack up in a bag and throw it in the trash, you see. Then I recognized, when I looked at the mouse, he talked to me. He said, he saved me, you see. And when I heard him say, wait a minute, I'm not going to kill you, boy. I'm going to take you in the field and I'm going to release you. So I drove like almost few miles, took him in the field where there's a creek, I know there's water, fed him some cheese, and I let him go. And since then, Moksha Mukti bought this rodent repeller, so it's repelling, see, in the garage. And the mouse is so smart, you'd be surprised. They know they know there's a trap there, and a few times the trap was there, but they eat the cheese without even moving the trap. Even tiny vibration, that trap might go up, but they figure out. They ate all the cheese many times because they're so intelligent. And one time I put this packet that's a repeller, the smell, they don't like the smell, I put it in the garage. And what happened? They took that package and put it outside. You see, so I have to bring the packet and hide it. Now, the packages are there, the smell is pleasing to humans, but the packet says it's not pleasing to mouse, so they're not gonna live in the garage, out in the field. But if I have the resources, yes, I would catch all those mouse and put them into the cage. Even my daughter says she wants to keep it, but then I ask her who's going to clean her poop and all that, and she says, no, I'm going to clean. No, I'm not going to clean it. You have to clean it if you want to keep it. But if I have the resources, I would keep it. So it is what it is. You see, that happens. And Moksha Mukti does not recommend killing. It's not killing anything. He doesn't believe in killing anything. You see, he doesn't even step in the ant, but it happens. You see, sometimes the spider is killed, because he's in the house. Now I can't catch him. You see, that happens. So it's okay to feel that, see that feeling, experience that feeling, it's okay. Series is okay. So comments are popping up, like appearing from, I don't know where it's appearing, you know. It's like everywhere. Says, can you comment on my above post? I just did, Don. Somehow I didn't see your comment. Hey, that happens, you see. I don't know how it happens. Vivian says, are you 2 hours ahead? I'm in California. Yes, I'm in Texas. This is 2 hours from, right now it's 1:14 p.m. And Don says, right, we're all one in essence. I kill myself. One in the source. We're the source. We're one. But this is simply a dance of quantum. You see, it happened. You see, I mean, you know, I know Moksha Mukti does not like to kill anything. You see, but it happens. You see, if it happened, that means you meant to kill that. You see, and that whatever you kill that just recycle. Their body is recycled and placed it somewhere else. In the reality, the body doesn't die. But that doesn't mean go and kill people. As you know, he's not saying that. But he's saying that body doesn't die. You see, when the universe needs it, he'll take it from here, place it somewhere else, either through someone murdering, either through someone, accident, or through, any process, lightning strike, tornado happening, see, flood, or disease, or just by sitting here, you can go. You see, that's a fortuitous concourse of quantum. When universe needs this trillions of quantum somewhere else, this all energy, you can take it just like that. Now I'm giving speech, gone. You see, you can take it like that to balance itself, for universe to keep it going, and the body just recycles. Don says, mice and rats are very intelligent. I used to have pet rat and it was the best pet. Yep, they are very intelligent. I learned that. I seen it in my first hand. And if I have the resource now, I would keep that mouse in my house. Mouse in the house. And I was watching many different things, and this one guy on YouTube, he had this mouse trap. There was just a trap the mouse. He would not kill the mouse, just trap him. And he would take that and put it into bigger, like a cage or something, And the mouse was trying to get out from the cage, and he would keep them, feed them for a few days. You catch them like all the mouses, and then he put them in the different box and take them out in the field and release it. That's what Moksha Mukti did. He released one of the mouse, younger mouse. You see. But anyway, it's almost time to go. I said I was gonna leave like 20 minutes ago. I said I would leave 20 minutes ago, but since there are not much comments, Moksha Mukti is conserving his energy, so it's okay for him to keep going. And I've got session at 2 o'clock, so in half an hour, I have to attend this meeting, and so it's always been 2 hours and 50 minutes. Might as well stay 10 more minutes and make it 3 hours. It's not necessary, but I mean, this type of comment is relaxing. It's not like too many people here. Then I have to divert my energy. You see, this type of meeting is not easy. It consumes a lot of energy, and this speed is okay because you see there are only few of you here, and Vivian says, have a good lunch and rest. Yes, well, of course, Moksha Mukti has to eat lunch, and I've got a session at 2 o'clock, so he's going to leave in 10 minutes. Sherry said, that's lovely. Bye bye, my lovely. Bye bye, Sherry. Or see you tomorrow. See you again. Dawn says, have a great day. Yes. But I'll be here 10 more minutes. Just make it 3 hours. You see. JD is here. He says, my friend had a dog, and when his dad would come in angry and looking to abuse her, the dog would protect her. But when he wasn't angry, the dog loved him and would sit on his lap. The dog could sense his anger and bad intentions. You know, JD, that comment seems so familiar. Either deja vu, or I dreamt it somewhere, or I read it somewhere. That comment seems so familiar. Yeah. Animal can sense the anger, animal can sense the fear, animal can sense any movement within your body. See, I had a dog. Once dog was in front of me trying to pick up the mailbox. I've already said this story in different occasion. It was a big dog. And the fear kicked in, and then something told Moksha Mukti, hey, this is all illusion, something. The awakening happened. You see, awakening from this dream. This is a dream, concrete dream. From you say, dog doesn't exist, Moksha Mukti doesn't exist, so what is happening? The dog didn't sniff because there was no movement here. Although Moksha Mukti is walking, no movement of thought, no movement of fear, no movement of anger, nothing. And when that happens, dog didn't even sniff Moksha Mukti. It's just walking. So dog, the animal, they can sense, they can smell. So I'm only going to be here 6 minutes just to make it 3 hours session. I don't have to, but you know, and I know Sherry is leaving because it's night time, in the evening time. It's almost time for supper. Or time, or you already had a supper, and everyone is busy. And I'd love to meet with you one-on-one in Moksha Mukti's meeting. You see, you can request one and meet with Moksha Mukti. Just you and Moksha Mukti in a meeting. Moksha Mukti calls that darshan. I've got some time today later on. Maybe I have 1 hour today. 1 hour free time today, and some time tomorrow and this week. So you can request a session with Moksha Mukti through his website, and we can meet personally, just 2 of us, via Skype, FaceTime, Facebook message, video, or on the phone. And Moksha Mukti is going to take you deeper. What is happening here is basically just this. We're at the beach. Maybe most of the time we're at the beach. Maybe sometimes we're going to 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet deep, depending on the questions or the comments that I receive. But majority of time, just where we're at the beach, shallow. You see, and I'm interested in going deeper. It is more relaxing. I'm not going to say more relaxing, relaxing. Just the term is relative, you know. Less relaxing, more relaxing. Regardless, it's relaxing. Could I put the camera down a little bit? So it's like too much headroom. The videography course just kicked in Moksha Mukti's conditioning. He says there's too much headroom. I just saw here in a videography. Don, you too have a great day. See you next time. Sherry says, I have eaten supper. Laugh and laugh. Oh, when did you have time to eat supper? This has been going on for 3 years. 3 hours. 3 years. So either you had supper while this was going on or before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. JD says, I had a friend who was on a hike through the Appalachians and she walked by a mountain lion and it was moving at her like it was going to attack her. Her intuition told her to growl at it and it ran away from her. Pretty interesting story, yeah. When they see you that you're not afraid, they're not going to attack you. When they see you are afraid, then they're going to attack you. They can smell the fear. And this happened even like when going to airport dogs, you see, they're checking to see if someone brought some suspicious material like Baham or something in the airport, especially in Miami, Florida. I guess that happens there. There's a dog there that's sniffing everyone. But the dog decided, hey, I don't need to sniff Moksha Mukti. I already know he's clean. He sniffed my wife, he sniffed my daughter, but he didn't sniff me. My body, this body. Say, I don't need to sniff him. He's okay. Let him go. But that's an interesting story, JD. And the reason is that there's animal can smell your fear, and when they smell the fear, they can attack you. But when you're not afraid of them, the smell is not there, and they back out. They back out. when you stand still, they back out. Stand still and stand in the ground, they back out. And when they see you, when they smell that fear again, then attack again. Now I can get this. This person is scared. I got you. But what happened to Moksha Mukti is he awoke from this dream. This is dreaming, you see. And we can go deeper on this one, but even you dream at night time is a dream, and this is also a dream that we're dreaming. And you think this is a real, you see. And everything is, this is all dream. And when you awake from this, then you recognize, hey, wait a minute, this is a dream. That's what happened to Moksha Mukti. Awaken from this. And there is no dog, there is no Moksha Mukti, there is no sniffing. There is not even movement. But if you're taking a camcorder there and watching all these things, yes, it happened, it took place in this dreaming. And of course, camcorder can record in this dreaming. But you cannot record in the night time, but you can record in this dreaming. This is a dream. And when you awake from this, you say, wait a minute, that was a dream, now I'm awake. And that there's a possibility that can happen. See, when you experience the source, when you recognize the source, in the source recognition, then you recognize this is a dream, now you wake up. And this is what the so-called awakening is saying. A lot of awakening is happening on the planet. People are awakening, you see, awakening from this dream. This is a dream. So anyway, I think that's all I'm going to speak today. Thanks everyone for joining from all over the world, coming to this Moksha Mukti's gathering. And Moksha Mukti called this true gathering, or true association, satsang, that's happened. And Moksha Mukti like to bless everyone for being here, and namaste. And see you all tomorrow, well, those of you who can. So I just need to go and end this session over there.